Now, look, the year has just started, and I don't know about you guys, but I spent all of today laughing about what happened to House Republicans yesterday. Like, I've just been walking around in the office giggling. No, because you gotta humor me. Not only did the public come after them for trying to gut the House Ethics Office, but even their party's leader threw them under the bus on Twitter. And this is something I was thinking about last night, is that what's crazy about this is Republicans found out about Donald Trump's reply the same way we did, at the same time we did. Like, you realize we're all in the together. They found out from Donald Trump's Twitter. Can you imagine now old-ass congressmen who don't care about technology or what everyone else is thinking now, they've got to, like, open a Twitter account just to stay in the loop. There's these guys who are sitting there like, how does this work? What is this? Who's RG? What's going on here? Why is my face an egg? I don't want to be an egg. I don't want to be an egg. What's going on? I really think it's fun, because here's the mistake Republicans made in Congress. You know, we talked a little bit about this yesterday, but you realize that Trump, he said, I'm going to drain the swamp, drain the swamp, drain the swamp, get rid of old politicians, get rid of old lobbyists. And then he comes in, and everyone sees him bringing in his friends and his family and people from Goldman Sachs and Rex Tillerson from Exxon. And everyone's like, oh, the swamp is open for business. And then as soon as the Republicans are like, no more ethics, swamp time! And Trump is like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, I thought you were... like, no. But I realize it's not the Republicans' fault. You see, Trump is the person who's at fault here. He said drain the swamp, but I think what he meant to say was he wants to privatize the swamp and make it members only. That's what he's doing. Yeah, it's only members and friends allowed into the swamp. Yeah, old school politicians, you gotta get out. Get out. Yeah, old school lobbyists, get out. Get out of here. And by the way, today, these Republicans who try to spike the ethics office, they're acting like everything is cool. This is probably my favorite thing about politicians in America. It's not what they do, it's how they act like it didn't happen afterwards, you know? They act like everything's cool, you know, walking around. It's almost like they went on honeymoon, and then on the first night, they told their wife that they want to have sex with her best friend, and then the next day, they're just walking around like, so, how did you sleep? How did you sleep? Here's one of my favorite moments. Iowa Representative Steve King, who somehow makes it sound like the American public did something unethical to him.
Republicans say they still intend to reform the office, which currently has the power to investigate anonymous complaints that can turn out to be baseless. Iowa's Steve King.
Jesus had the right to face his accusers. He asserted that before the high priest. Sure. And we're saying members of Congress shouldn't be...
Why should... Amen, brother, amen. Why shouldn't Congress get the same treatment as Jesus? If Jesus can turn water to wine, then why can't Congress turn a lobbyist's cash into a Swiss bank account? Can I get an amen? What is this guy saying? If it's good for Jesus, why can't it happen to us? He's Jesus, that's why. But really, one of my favorite moments of someone dodging responsibility came from Paul Ryan, who literally dodged responsibility.
And the Speaker, we tried to ask, but he wouldn't bite.
Mr. Speaker, what do you make of the delay of the ethics vote?
You know me, I don't walk and talk.
I'm sorry, what? You don't walk and talk? Then what are you doing there? What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this, a riddle? What is that, a riddle? I don't walk and... that's what you're doing. You know what would have been so funny, right? Is if after that clip, Paul Ryan just slammed into a column, face first. Just like, this is why I don't walk and talk. This is why I don't walk. It's dangerous. This is why I don't walk and talk. Now, the backlash that came from this ethics dilemma wasn't just from the Democrats on the Hill.
The move sparked outrage from the public,
sparking a national backlash yesterday.
A chorus of criticism.
Coming under fire.
Tons of phone calls from angry constituents.
The blowback from the public led to a quick and total reversal.
Yeah, Americans are pissed, and rightfully so. The question is, why are Americans so pissed? Well, let's see if Republicans can figure it out in our brand new hit NBC game show, Why Are Americans Mad? The game where we find out if politicians know why Americans hate them. Our first contestant is two-term Virginia Congressman David Brat. Congressman, you tried repealing the ethics rules. The question is, why are Americans mad?
Part of it is the headlines where we were backing off on ethics. So that's not a good headline when it comes to messaging.
So you think the problem with this whole debacle is the way the headlines were phrased? That's an interesting way to process the information. It wasn't the comet that hit the Earth. It was the sensational headlines that did the real damage. That's what it was. So, why are Americans mad? Is it because of how headlines are written? Oh, sorry, Congressman. You've been eliminated from everything. Except power. So let's move on now to our next contestants. Mike Kaufman from Colorado and Tom Cole from Oklahoma. Gentlemen, they say two heads are better than one, so maybe you can answer the question. Why are Americans mad?
This was the wrong message to send at the start of the session.
I think it's absolutely the right thing to do, but it probably wasn't the right time to do it.
So you think Americans are mad because you're slimy, but slimy too soon? That's a strange thing to say. Like people were sitting at home saying, I can't believe these congressmen acted so shamefully in January. Everyone knows you save your shame for June. The sun is out, ass out, bad moves. Come on. So why are Americans mad? Is it because they wanted a bit more foreplay before they got screwed? Oh, computer says no. I could have sworn that was the right answer. All right, let's move on to our final contestant, Mark Sanford from South Carolina. Surely you have, and by the way, you know he's gonna get it wrong now, guys, right? This is basically a pattern. What I'm doing is I'm gonna play that they're all gonna get it wrong. But I don't want you guys to lose hope as an audience. I want you to still show the full support to this person, because you never know. So, Mark Sanford, why are Americans mad?
Well, I think, a good message is being sent here, which is, Republican leadership and membership alike said this is a problem, we need to change it, and we just did.
Get the out of here, man. This guy's trying to take credit for fixing the mistake that they made. You can't shit on the floor and then brag about how you cleaned it up. You can't do that. You can't do that. But look how shiny it is. Look how shiny it is. I and now look how shiny it is. No. Is that why Americans are mad? I thought so. And so, unfortunately, once again, no one in Congress wins our grand prize, which, in case you were wondering, is an ounce of decency. Yeah, there you go. That's what it is, yeah. I know you scoff at it, but it's really, really powerful stuff. You get high of the and it's a righteous high. We'll be right back. Hey there, thanks for watching. If you like that video, click below to subscribe, or click here to delete the internet. Yes, you found the button. Please, be careful. Delete the entire internet right here.